community chat. You all could see from the thing. This is the we are going to talk about the PSG Tottenham game. Tottenham, you bottled it yet again. Tottenham, you bottled it. We just waiting for the live, the chat to build up a little more, and then we'll get into the game. Remember, when you're passing through, please like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe, especially if you're new, and turn on the bell notification to keep up to date with all my content. Yeah, had a little bit of a boo-boo there. Just waiting for the chat to build up. Oh gosh, remember to comment in the comment section when you're passing through. Comment in the comment section. Yeah, comment. Just waiting for the live to build up a little more. Tottenham, you bottled it yet again. Oh my gosh, yes. Remember to be respectable when you all come in the chat. Yes. This is about, remember to like when you come in the chat, like and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. Today we are here to talk about Tottenham versus PSG versus Tottenham. Tottenham, however you want to say it. Tottenham, you bottled it. You bottled it. Comment down in the comment section. Like the video. Tottenham, you bottled it. You bottled it, Tottenham. You had it in your hands, Tottenham, and you bottled it. Yes, Tottenham, you bottled it. You had it all to do. Simple. 85th minute, and you bottled it, Tottenham. Guys, when you come in the chat, please like and subscribe. Subscribe, especially if you're new. Yes, we are here to talk about the PSG versus Tottenham game. Tottenham, you bozos. Right? Yes, everybody basically had you all down to lose the game, but you made a good account of yourselves for 85 minutes in the game. 85 minutes. Yes. Mark, Sophie, thanks for the like. Yes, Mark, Sophie. Yes, Mark. Yes, guys, when you come in the chat, please like and subscribe. Yes, guys, the Tottenham, they continue to be so Spursy. They are always Spursy. 85 minutes in the game. 5 minutes again to go. 5 minutes. And Tottenham bottled it. We wanted to see Arsenal fans cry today. But yes, they bottled it yet again. Randolph White, I'll be honest, I turned the match and assumed Spurs. You see, Randall, I understand. At that point, I could have gone to bed. I could have gone and sleep. But Spurs, they continue to be so Spursy. And you know what? They bottled it. As always. And get what? Guess what, guys? Guess what? PSG hadn't played a match since they played Chelsea, my club, Chelsea, in the final of the FIFA Club World Cup, the Club World Cup. They had no preseason. They were rusty. Tottenham played about 4 or 5 games in the preseason. Yes, Tottenham made a good account of themselves today. I am not even lying. They did. They 100% did. They made a very, very, very good account of themselves. But only for 80 to 85 minutes. After that, they lost their mentality. You can see they have no mentality. They have no composure. They didn't know what to do. Instead of they try to hold the ball, they try to defend. Right? I understand what they try to do, but absolutely not. Randolph again could have still gave a good performance. Frank will have Spurs back in Europe next. That is so true. That is true. That's what I said. They made a great account of themselves. With 1 or 2 to 3 more signings, if they get Eberici Eze and they get this guy from Manchester City, Savlino. If they get those 2 players, I am telling you, Tottenham could finish about 7th in the Premier League. And the reason why I put them so low still, because they have Champions League to play. Right? We don't know how well Tottenham will do playing in these competitions, all these competitions together. Right? So that is why I have them 7th. I did a Premier League prediction video. Y'all could go and check it out. But Tottenham, y'all continue to be so Spursy. Guys, share video as well. We're trying to build a community here. Yes, Chelsea Football TV is the name. You could go over and watch my long form video as well. We're trying to build a community. Road to 500 subscribers is on. Road to 500 subscribers is on. We are about 400 and something subscribers. We are about 80 something away from getting to 500 subscribers. And then after that, we going on and on until we reach that 1,000 subscribers. And so forth and so forth. But yes, share the video. But Spurs, PSG today, no preseason. The last game they played was over a month ago. They played a game. That's when they played us in the Club World Cup final over a month ago. And they came and they made a great account of themselves. They came back and they won the game. And they won the game. Right? They won the game. Right? They won the game. So, PSG, we wanted Tottenham to win just to hear Arsenal fans go crazy. Because Arsenal fans, if PSG had won this game today, trust what I am telling you, that would have been 2 trophies in the space of 3 months. Right? Arsenal fans would have lost their minds. They would have gone in hiding. I rather see Eze go to Spurs instead of... Exactly. We don't want Arsenal to have anything. We don't want Arsenal to have anything. We don't want Arsenal winning anything. Right? This season, for this upcoming season, I put the top 4 race. Manchester City finishing 4th in the Premier League. Arsenal finishing 3rd, Chelsea finishing 2nd, and Liverpool to retain the title. Now the reason why I did it that way in terms of what I see Liverpool is doing. Liverpool is just basically adding to what they already have. They adding better quality. They adding depth to their team. They are adding depth, right? And this is a team that last summer they spent no money. They spent none, and they spend this summer because they had that money, and they spend money this summer to upgrade to what they had because they moved on some of their players, right? So now they upgrade to what they had, and they kept the best. The only thing I would say is that they lose Trent Alexander-Arnold, right? But they brought in Frimpong. We'll see how that goes. They have Virgil van Dijk, their captain, the defender, and they have Mo Salah. But Mo Salah and Van Dijk, you are clearly seeing that these guys are starting to go down in age, right? We are seeing it. But I still tip them to win the league. I tip Chelsea to come second because of how we have we all seen it. Chelsea have grown a lot. They spend the Caicedo, Lavia on Wirtz and Ekiteke. Yeah, the money that they had for Caicedo and Lavia, they use it and spend it on Wirtz and Ekiteke. But let's be realistic. Those two that they brought in is still way more money than Caicedo and Lavia. Lavia cost Chelsea around like 55 to 60 million, and Caicedo was 115 million. That's euros, right? Wirtz cost 116 million euros, and Ekiteke cost around with add-ons including like about 90 to 95 million, right? So the fees was still a little bit extra, but the question is now is if Liverpool going to get all those new players to gel, and by the looks of things they just might. If they get Alexander Isak, then guys, trust what I'm telling you, it's all over, right? This team is going to click like that. They're going to click real quick, real quick, right? So, but yeah, guys, Tottenham. I put Tottenham 7th to finish 7th in the league. I think that's a good spot for them. Man United, I put Man United 10th. I put Man United to finish 10th. I don't care of Man United get Baliba. They could buy Baliba from Brighton. I don't care. They already buy Benjamin Sesko. They already buy Cunha, and they already buy this other guy, Embremo. I still think that is not going to help Man United lose. They are still going to finish mid-table. I am telling you all. Man United, Rashford. I don't know if anybody in the chat saw the interview where Rashford did with Gary Lineker and Micah Richards. Yeah, I think it dropped yesterday, right? And he basically highlighted a lot of things that, well, not a lot of things. Let me retract. He basically said, Man United, quote unquote, been in a transition for many years now, which is absolutely true. They always saying that they're in a transition. They're in a transition more than 10 years now. You know who was in a transition? Chelsea Football Club. Liverpool Football Club. You all remember when Klopp came in at Liverpool? And the first couple seasons, Liverpool won nothing. That is a transition. Chelsea just went through 3 years of this new ownership, changing around every single thing. That is transition. Not winning anything and going through hard times. Man United always consistently wants to buy already made players who they think could come into the club and do something for them. And it has never worked. They always want to buy some weird opportunity, some player who's just everybody, who every other club is going for. Man United wants to go for them. Man United is still going to finish. They are going to finish like 10th. If they get 8th place in the Premier League, they reach high. They get a high position. But this Man United team, no, I don't care. They are going to finish 10th. Right, guys? Remember, when you come in the chat, please subscribe. Subscribe, especially if you are new, and like the video. It helps the channel grow. It doesn't cost you nothing to hit the like button. Remember, the algorithm isn't always our friends. It isn't always our friends. And turn on, hit the bell notification especially. And go and check out, please, if you want, you can go and check out my channel, Jesse Football TV. That's after you subscribe. But yeah, let me get back to the original conversation. PSG versus Tottenham. Tottenham gave a great account of themselves for like 80 to 85 minutes. Thomas Frank, what you managed to do in such a short time with this Tottenham team made them buy in to what you want to do, how you want to play. The only thing you really have to do now is adding 1 or 2 more players and try to change the mentality of Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham, yes, they won the Europa League, but I believe they basically won that Europa League because of how the Champions League format changed last year, right? Normally in the old Champions League format, they would have in the group stages. After the group stages ended, the team that finished in 3rd spot would have got knocked down into the Europa League. That isn't the case anymore. It doesn't go like that, right? Once you get knocked out, is a group table. Once you get knocked off the group table, that is it, right? Competition is done. Competition is dead, right? So what by that I mean, the 3rd place teams from the Champions League would have been in the Europa League. Now it doesn't have that. So now the Europa League doesn't have good quality teams. But what Tottenham fans are saying, that they could only play what in front of them, which is absolutely true. I absolutely agree with that. But when you have teams like from different leagues who you never even heard about, right? And then you and Man United being the worst 2 teams, 2 are the worst 2 out of the top 6, finishing 15th and 17th. Tottenham finished 1 spot above the relegation zones last year. Tottenham could have gotten relegated. So this is what I mean, right? This is what we mean. And when I tell Tottenham fans, it was just kind of luck that you won that Champions League, realistically, because you played Man United, and Man United was garbage as well last year. This is what we are saying, right? This is what we are saying. They more or less, but yeah, this is how it goes. Man United and Tottenham. Tottenham, you made a great account of yourself. You look impressive. Thomas Frank is doing so much wonders with his team in such a short time. He only took over this team for like about 6 weeks now. Yeah, and so great account. But you bottled it. You basically gave PSG momentum again. The momentum shift back to PSG. Now here's what would have happened. If PSG lose to Tottenham today, PSG would have been in shit street, right? Because now nobody would be fearing PSG, right? Because Chelsea destroyed them in the Club World Cup final. Matter of fact, let me even retract that. I think a lot of clubs won't be fair in PSG because they saw what Tottenham did today. Tottenham just capitulated at the end. In the last 5 minutes of the game, they capitulated. They capitulated. So they saw what Chelsea did to them in the Club World Cup. And Tottenham, for the best part of 80 minutes, they were the better team today. But PSG just had a little more quality, better quality, and they had a better bench. And I still don't even think that is an excuse for Tottenham losing today. Because at the end of the day, PSG had no preseason. Tottenham had 4 to 5 games preseason matches. You all should have been more fitter. You all should have been sharper, which in realistically for 80 minutes you were. But you all should not have capitulated as you did. Hold the ball. Go down to the corner flag. Win fouls. Go down to the ground and see and ball pull your hamstring or something. Tottenham has to understand that you need to do anything to win. That is the name of the game here, you know. Do anything to win. PSG didn't start Neves or Ruiz. They missed. And this is the thing. They didn't even start their main midfield. They didn't. Which is true. Randolph said it here. Which is true. But even with that Randolph, I still think PSG would have still find it hard because they didn't play a month of football. Those players were out for a month exact because they played Chelsea, they played us on the 13th of July, and today is the 13th of August. Them guys probably ate so much burgers on holiday. Is like they'll be fat, but yet still they came back. And 5 minutes is just, you know what they did? It's like PSG gave Tottenham 80 minutes grace time. 80 to 85 minutes grace time. Here, you could score 2 goals in this time. And after that 5 minutes, that's our time. And so said, so done. That 5 minutes was theirs. And they made it count. And even after that, when it went down to penalties, even after that, Tottenham, you were in control of the penalties and you still capitulated. You went and missed penalties. You missed 2 out of the 5 penalties. You had it in your hands. PSG missed their first penalty. Vitinha, I don't know what kind of step up was that. But if you're trying to do Jorginho or what's this guy, Bruno Fernandes step up, that is not for everybody. But PSG still won. The reason why they won, because they know how to win. Tottenham, you all just won a Europa League. You all supposed to want to win trophies. Build your cabinet. Your trophy cabinet. That is what you all supposed to be trying to do. Build your trophy cabinet. Get more trophies. Guys, hit the like button when you're coming to the stream. Hit the like button and go over and subscribe to the channel, especially if you're new. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. Hit the like button. Share the video. Share the live. Yes, share the live. Right? So yes. Again, this is Jesse Football TV. A Trinidadian podcast. We don't really have much, especially in the Caribbean. We are trying to change that. We are trying to give people something totally different because we have all the European content creators. We have all the America-based content creators. We hardly have in Trinidad and the Caribbean. So I am trying to change that. We are trying to do something different. They can't only have DSC. We need to have something in the Caribbean here for ourselves. And I'm trying to find content creators from Trinidad and from the Caribbean. Hardly getting any. But yeah, somebody had to start from somewhere and I am starting it here. But yeah, tell me in the chat, what team do you support? I am a Chelsea fan. Yes, as you all can see. I have to flip this flag though, because yeah, I am seeing it correct from here, and then well, you all seeing it different on the screen. So yeah, or probably or are you seeing it different on the screen? I'll have to check myself. But yeah, which club has the most supporters in the Caribbean? That is a great question, Randolph. I don't know. I really don't know which club has them. Matter of fact, if I have to make a wild guess, it will be out of 3 clubs, right? I will have to either say out of those 3, it will have to be either Man United, or Real Madrid or Barcelona. One out of those 3 clubs would be represented well in the Caribbean. It's not just in the Caribbean, it's a worldwide thing with those 3 clubs. Man United could be how poor of a team. And they are still going to have a lot of fans. And their fan base basically more or less built up in the 90s. In the 90s and the early 2000s. That is where Man United really accumulated all those fans. Because before I was a Chelsea fan, like I will say like all 97, 98, when I was around 7, 8, 9 years old, around those time, and right, I never really used to watch much football, right? But I used to play a lot of football in school, and most people who used to really watch football around those time, they would have quicker gravitate to Manchester United. Manchester United was the club, one of the biggest club in the 90s, especially in the early 2000s. This, you could go and fact check this. This is absolutely 100% correct. Go check it. Anytime anybody wanted to support a club, especially if you're a now upcoming person watching football, especially from around that era, around that time, you're going to say Manchester United. Right? Manchester United is one of the biggest clubs in the world. Them, Real Madrid and Barcelona. Those 3 clubs. One out of those 3, the Caribbean has to I am sure the fan base in the Caribbean, the largest fan base is one out of those 3 teams. And if I am to say, I might say Real Madrid. Real Madrid probably has the biggest fan base in the Caribbean. Real Madrid. And once Real Madrid has the biggest fan base in the Caribbean, that is worldwide. They have the biggest fan base worldwide. Right? If you go and check their Instagram, I don't know how much subscribers they are up to now. Last time I checked, that could have been like about 2-3 years ago. They were up to they were over 100 and something million subscribers. Right? I don't know what's the exact figure now. Right? That is worldwide. Trust what I am telling you. Real Madrid is they have to be. And I will put probably Man United second and Barcelona third. Well, in the Caribbean, that is. Right? Those 3 clubs have the biggest fan base. Imagine Chelsea and PSG played in the FIFA Club World Cup, right? Over a month ago. Chelsea and PSG played, right? In the Atlanta Stadium. Yeah. And our match day revenue for that game, the total attendance in the stadium was like about 80 or 81,000 plus people, right? For that game. You know, this Man United team, right? They played some, I can't remember who they played in preseason. This is a preseason game, eh? They played somebody in preseason, and you know they had more people in the stadium than us in our final. Imagine that. In a preseason game, they drew more of a crowd than Chelsea and PSG pulled together for the FIFA Club World Cup final. This is what I am saying. But yeah, so it be. But guys, Spurs bottle it again. They go and continue battling it. They continue to be Spursy. And that's just the harsh reality of it. So, guys, remember to like, comment, subscribe, turn on the bell notification to keep updated on my content. When you watch this back, this live stream back, please like the video, share the video, and come and subscribe to the channel. Please, we're trying to grow the channel, guys. So, in a bit, people, peace.